I'm going to teach you the most powerful way to delete collections from your credit report and how to stop debt collectors from harassing you. This is not financial advice or legal advice, and I am not an attorney. As millions of Americans are facing surmounting debt, and debt collectors are starting to walk into the picture more and more, and they seem to think that they're invincible and they can just do whatever they please, but that is actually not the case. And unfortunately, a lot of consumers feel like their backs are up against the corner, they have no protections. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's something that nobody is talking about, and it is exactly how to stop that hoe-ass debt collector from harassing you. And if they don't, guess what? You may be entitled to thousands of dollars worth of damages. I like saying that because it's true in fact, because sometimes there are situations where debt collectors just don't follow the rules, and then you can sue them and win. In November of 2023, something called Regulation F that came along and actually modified the FDCPA, adding more rules and regulations for debt collectors because, of course, like I said earlier, they think they're invincible and they can do as they please. So there needed to be clarification on what they could and couldn't do. But first, there are two huge credit repair myths out there about debt collectors, that if you talk to them on the phone, it's gonna reset the debt clock and it's gonna start all over. It's not true. Calm down, please. That's not how it works. Or my favorite, if you talk to them on the phone and confirm who you are, that resets the debt clock and now you're all back at the beginning. No, that's not how it works whatsoever. So let's go ahead and start from scratch. The only thing that can reset the debt clock is a payment to the debt collector or the actual creditor, which wherever the debt started with. Or if you make some type of agreement that you're going to pay the debt collector or pay the creditor, that will reset the debt clock. And as you may know, when you talk to a debt collector on the phone, it is usually on a recorded line. So they got you on a recorded line saying that you're gonna pay them. That's why it resets the debt clock. This is why people think that when you talk to a debt collector, it resets it. No, it's specifically for specific things. This is why you don't wanna say very much to a debt collector on the phone, and you don't wanna get trapped up because they are trained to lie to you. This is what I tell everyone. 100% of debt collectors lie 100% of the time because their job is to get the money out of your pocket and into theirs. Now, Regulation F is huge for consumers, and a lot of these amateurs in credit repair don't really talk about this because they don't understand it. But when you are communicating with a debt collector, you as a consumer have the right to tell them when it's an inconvenient time. You can also tell them what form you want them to communicate with you. So if you pick up that phone and you tell them, hey, listen, you can only call me and talk to me on Sundays between 1 and 2 p.m. because I am not working. Any other time is an inconvenient time, and I am not allowed to talk on the phone because I am at work and my company does not allow it. And then guess what? The debt collector has to abide by that. I know it sounds so simple and crazy, right? But I would highly suggest that you do not say that to a debt collector on the phone. I want you to actually send a simple letter that you're going to send to the debt collector. When you talk to a debt collector on the phone, you need to confirm who they are and get their mailing address, because you want to send this in a letter form to protect your rights and trigger the FDCPA and Regulation F. Now, you can technically get them on a recorded call, but there are certain states that do not allow you to record without consent. So you have to let the debt collector know that you're going to talk to them on the phone and it is recorded. And of course, the majority of debt collectors are gonna hang up the phone because they're not stupid. They're not gonna fall for that. Or some debt collectors are. But as an example, in the state of North Carolina, you do not have to disclose that you're recording the phone call. So a debt collector falls into that trap in the state of North Carolina, you can tell them exactly what you need to tell them over the phone and it will count. But a court of law wants to see it in writing. If you want to take them all the way to court and sue them, you can sue them in small claims court if you like. You don't even need an attorney, but if you need an attorney, of course, you know where to find one. We work with attorneys all the time, but you don't need it. Understand that. You can sue this debt collector in small claims court. This is the most powerful thing ever. So let me tell you exactly what you should say in that letter to that debt collector. In your letter to the debt collector, you want to send this certified mail. It's simply going to state, attention hoe-ass debt collector. You want to put the debt collector's name right there instead of hoe-ass, okay, just in case. Or you can put that if you want to, that's up to you. I wish to only communicate through mailed letters. This is my address below. 1234 Hoe-ass Lane, Los Angeles, California, 90210. You want to make sure you give them an accurate address so they can never say that they never got your updated address. You also want to state at the very bottom, also, you can only call me from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. Any other time is an inconvenience and I am not allowed to talk on my phone while at work. Thank you. Print your full name and again, put your address right underneath your name. Send it certified mail. Now, the debt collector must abide by this. Now, if they do not abide by this, then guess what? You can sue them in small claims court. This is very, very specific. And it can help you stop a debt collector from harassing you. They cannot send you any text messages or emails. They cannot send you a pigeon with a note on it. They have to abide by exactly what your request is at the most inconvenient time is not okay with you. You have to make sure that you put it clearly when you can be communicated, and they have to stick to it due to Regulation F. You don't believe me? Let me show you. Directly from the CFPB website. This is the official interpretation regarding unusual or inconvenient times or places. Any unusual time or at a time that the debt collector knows or should know is inconvenient to the consumer. In the absence of the debt collector's knowledge of circumstances to the contrary, a time before 8 a.m. and after 9 p.m. local time at the consumer's location is inconvenient. So you see right here, it clearly tells us that any time in that time frame before or after is inconvenient unless we tell them specifically. So you want to communicate that to the debt collector, and most likely these debt collectors think they're invincible and they're going to break the law, and guess what? You got them by the boo-boo exactly where you want them. Usually, depending on what type of consumer law attorney you're going to use, if you choose to use a consumer law attorney, those consumer law attorneys will not charge you because they will take their fees out of whoever they're going to sue, i.e. the debt collectors, or if you like to, you can sue the debt collectors in small claims court and go after them because they have communicated to you when you have clearly told them that they could not. And it should be an open and shut case for you. Now, this is something else that a lot of people don't talk about. You have to understand the level and severity of your debt. If your debt is usually and generally above $3,500, now, then they have more motivation to come after you and sue you, correct? So you gotta understand what you're up against here. If you owe a debt collector $10,000 or $20,000, the debt collector's not gonna stop because there's more incentive for them to get paid. So you need to seek an actual consumer law attorney if you need debt defense in that case. But understand, no debt collector letter is gonna stop a debt collector when you owe them thousands of dollars. And of course, they have that motivation that they need to come after you because they can issue you a lawsuit. Now, anything I talk about doesn't necessarily trigger a lawsuit, but you have to understand what you're up against, and that's something that nobody else talks about. But what do you do if you don't wanna do all of this? Is there any other resource at your disposal that you can possibly use? If you're dealing with a charge-off, a medical collection, late payment, child support, bankruptcy, student loans in default, any negative item that's hurting your credit, you are up against a machine at the credit reporting agencies. These credit reporting agencies don't care about you. They don't care about the FCRAs. They don't care about any of that. They are literally creating AI technology that is built to respond and process your disputes as fast as they possibly can, because their goal is to keep you down as long as they possibly can. Because people think that the credit reporting agencies make money from selling credit reports and credit scores. No, no, no. That's totally not how they make money. The credit reporting agencies make billions of dollars every single year by selling your data to subprime lending companies. You ever wonder how is it you get all these offers in the mail, through email, through your cell phone? You're getting offers all the time for any type of auto loan or credit card that may not be the best offer in the world, but you're like, I mean, I got bad credit. I mean, should I take it? I guess I should. It should help me. And then you're trapped with this outrageous interest rate when you should have just ignored it. And this is where it all comes from the credit reporting agencies. They are selling your data and making billions off of it. So they're not there to help you. This is why they built a system called eOscar. eOscar was designed to communicate back and forth from the actual credit reporting agency to the creditor or debt collector. Now, every time that you send in an actual dispute, it gets processed by eOscar. Everything on your credit report is structured in Metro 2 compliance reporting. It's a bunch of numbers and coding that you'll never understand, or unless you want to go out there and look it up, you can figure it out for yourself if you like. But eOscar is designed to create what's called an ACDV form, and it figures out what your dispute letter is trying to say. And it creates a Metro 2 code, it puts it on the ACDV form, and that is called an automated credit dispute verification form. And then it sends it to the actual debt collector or creditor, and then that debt collector or creditor has to respond back on the ACDV form and let the actual credit reporting agencies know what their response is. Sometimes they may send a response directly to you, but this is all done by machines. There's no human beings that are sitting at the credit reporting agency looking at your letters like, oh man, look at this dispute letter. This is pretty crazy. No, it's all done by eOscar to streamline the process and get you out of their hair as fast as they possibly can. In case you've been living under a rock, AI technology is taking over every single industry, and it's time for it to take over credit repair also. So if you want to attack eOscar and attack them properly, you want to attack them using their own system, Metro 2 compliance reporting attacks, creating custom letters every single round. Now there is an AI credit repair software out there. If you choose to use it, it is one of the most powerful and one of the most up and coming things that is in the industry right now, and it is called Dispute Beast. And Dispute Beast is hands down the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created for everyday people to use like you. This isn't for credit repair organizations. This was designed for everyday hardworking Americans to be able to perform credit repair at the highest level possible. Now, no, this is not ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it doesn't understand true credit reporting or the Metro 2 compliance reporting part of credit reporting, so it doesn't know how to create those crazy attack letters in Metro 2 compliance reporting. It only does basic template letters, and that's what you're up against. eOscar knows that these template letters are being reused and recycled, so you need something like Dispute Beast that's gonna create custom letters every single round, never using templates. And before you even ask, no, this is not the bootleg Credit Versio that literally gives you 3 basic template letters that they've given to probably millions of people out there for a whopping $29.99 a month. It's giving you the bare minimum. And the crazier part about Credit Versio is not only is it giving you basic template letters, but now they have partnered with a lot of creators out there to sell you the same exact product for more money. I'll give you an example. Let's put it up on the screen. This one right here, this is the Credit Academy, Road to 750. This is Shonda Martin. She is selling the exact same thing that is Credit Versio, dressed up as something else that it's not, for $39.99 a month. You don't believe me? Let me show you. Let's put the Credit Academy up on the screen right here. That's the Road to 750 with Shonda Martin. That's the login screen to create your account. Now look at Credit Versio right next to it. It's the exact same thing for more money. That's what these creators are charging for literally 3 basic template letters.
You guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam.
Dispute Beast sets itself apart because it is $49.99 a month. That's the only fee you're going to pay. There are no hidden costs or anything else. You're going to pay $49.99 a month for Dispute Beast credit monitoring. That's going to pull your credit reports and hook up to Dispute Beast, and it is going to scan your credit reports using its AI technology and look for any collections, charge-offs, late payments, medical collections, bankruptcies, student loans in default, child support, hard inquiries. Any negative item that's hurting your credit, Dispute Beast is going to hunt it down and attack it. Now, it's also going to look for any personal information that does not match your driver's license or utility bill on file and attack that also. Stick with me here because your mind is going to be blown. Now, it's going to create custom letters every single round to your specific issue, never using templates. Remember that. It's going to attack the major 3 credit reporting agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. But it doesn't just stop there. It also attacks the creditors directly. And then on top of that, it's going to attack 9 other secondary credit reporting agencies, LexisNexis, LCI, Anovis, ARS, Credco, Clarity, DataX, Microbilt, and Factor Trust. And how do I know all this? Because I own Dispute Beast, ladies and gentlemen. That's why.
I got the game in a squeeze. Who disagree? I want to see one of y'all run up a beat.
But not only does it do that, we've had some major updates with Dispute Beast here lately, and it's exciting. It literally can be done in English and in Spanish. It is the first of its kind in Sofware. So if you're just a regular American that speaks English, perfectly fine. But if you're somebody that's Latino like me, guess what? You may want to have to read it in Spanish, and you can do it with Dispute Beast. And on top of that, you can mail your letters using the mailing partner Sprint Mail. So that means you have the choice of, you can print your your dispute letters that's created for you, or you can use Sprint Mail and pay the extra fee to have them mailed and delivered for you, and you don't have to do anything except for open up the app, refresh your reports, create your letters, and hit send, and guess what? You just sent out your attacks, making credit repair the easiest that it has ever been for everyday hardworking Americans. Let me show you exactly what it looks like inside so you can see and get a good idea of how easy it truly is. So take a look at it. We're going to upload our driver's license, our utility bill. If you'd like to, you can do your social security card, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. But we always recommend it. It's your choice. You can do that if you want to. You don't have to upload it into the system. You can make your actual copy of it on your own and send it separately. But once you get everything uploaded, then it's gonna allow you to start your attacks once it is all created and connected. And literally, just look at the whole dashboard. You click Start Attack. Here we go. It's gonna tell you exactly what you should attack and what you shouldn't attack. Now you can attack hard inquiries in there, but if it's attached to an open or closed account, it will not allow you to attack it. It's gonna give you a big warning like, whoa, stop. Take a look at this. You may not want to attack this, but it's up to you at the end of the day, but it's going to warn you so you don't fail. No other softwares do that. We want to make it better. It's gonna show you all the negative accounts and which ones to attack. Then you're gonna click Start Attack. It's gonna analyze your items, it's gonna generate your attacks. It may take maybe a minute, if that, but it's gonna start creating those custom Metro 2 attack letters, and then once they're created, bam, look at that. They're right there, already loaded up for you. All of your TransUnion letters are all separately made right there. Then your Experian, your creditors, down low, you see them, and oh my goodness, you're ready to rock and roll. You can either download them or you can print them. But notice how there's different letters. There's not just one letter for TransUnion, because we understand that there's more things that have to go out. You're gonna be shocked at the amount of letters that you're gonna have to send, and this gives you the ability to perform credit repair at the highest level possible. Now here are all the secondary credit reporting agencies, because we understand how important it is. As you can see, it says coming soon, but it is now available. You can mail your letters inside, you can download them if you want to, or you can mail them inside of the app. The choice is going to be yours, because we want people to pick and choose whatever they want. Because remember, there is an additional fee, because of course you can't just mail your letters out for free. You got to pay for. You can either do first class mail or you can do certified mail. But it is literally just that simple. Anyone can do it. So when all these antiquated DIY programs are giving you the bare minimum for $29.99 a month or $39.99 a month, Dispute Beast is gonna give you the whole enchilada for $49.99 a month and allowing you to perform credit repair at the highest level possible. I love saying that because it's actually a true statement. And you're also going to get Dispute Beast support. There's a dedicated Dispute Beast support team, and I have a free Facebook group specifically for all of my Dispute Beast users out there. So all my beasters, go into the video description and you're going to find the free Facebook group that anyone can join, or if you just want to go in there and talk about credit and you want to talk about Dispute Beast. Now, unfortunately, we can't give you like legal advice, okay? So don't ask us for legal advice, but I'm just telling you that this is specifically designed for all of my beasters out there that are using Dispute Beast, or anyone new that wants to use it also. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you tune in on Friday for our next episode, and make sure that you watch the next video that is up there, because that is about a big credit union that you may not have heard about before. And if you feel that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.